then we're ready. We're on? Okay. Today is Wednesday, January 14th, 2026. It is now 6:03 p.m. This is a regular city commission meeting of the city of West Miami. This meeting is now called to order. Please rise for the invocation and the pledge of allegiance.
Good evening, everyone, and Happy New Year. I wanted to begin the invocation this evening with words of encouragement from the book of Isaiah, just verse 18 that says, "Remember not the former things, nor consider the things of old. Behold, I am doing a new thing." Let us pray. God, we thank you that you would bring us here into a new year. Lord, that we could celebrate together. And while there are many things that would hold us back, Lord, help us to not count the former things or think of past regrets or mistakes, but help us to look forward. Help us to walk forward as a community. Lord, help us to have wisdom, guide us in everything that we say and do. We pray over this evening, over this meeting, and everything that will be discussed, knowing that as a community, we can accomplish much. So keep us together and help us to strive and thrive in 2026. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Pledge allegiance. Thank you. Roll call, please.
Item 3, roll call. Mayor Eric Diaz-Padrón.
Here.
Vice Mayor Ivan Chavez Jr. is excused. Commissioner Juan Blanes.
Present.
Commissioner Gustavo Ceballos. Commissioner Luciano Suarez.
Yes.
Mayor, you have quorum.
Next item, please.
Item 4, presentation of minutes for approval for November 5th, 2025, regular commission meeting.
Motion.
Second.
We have a motion, we have a second. All in favor, say aye.
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 Any against? Hearing none. Item passes. Next item, please.
Item 5, public comments.
Anyone who wish to speak for public comments? This is your opportunity. Going once, going twice, sold, nobody. Next item, please.
Item 6, report of the city manager.
Good evening, Mayor, esteemed commissioners, and members of the community. I will try to keep this brief tonight, but I am pleased to share that we will have our grand opening for our new multi-generational recreation center, which will be January the 24th at 2 p.m. with registration through Eventbrite. This is building momentum from where we were, from our first ever dog park, which has been overwhelmingly embraced by the community. Due to its popularity, I am also pleased to share that we will soon be unveiling a second dog park, further expanding our recreational amenities for our residents. These accomplishments reflect the vision and dedication of our staff, the continued support of this commission, your vision, and the commitment of what I often refer to as the backbone of our community, which is our boards. Just this week, we had the pleasure of hosting an appreciation breakfast for our board members and school principals, individuals whose leadership and partnership play a vital role in our collective success. In that same proactive spirit, later this evening, you also will be considering another important grant opportunity that will allow us to continue to modernize our potable water system. This is an example of how we consistently pursue external funding to advance essential projects while minimizing the burden on our residents and taxpayers. I would also like to highlight the outstanding level of service of our team provides on a daily basis. All service requests are formally logged and tracked through a robust system, and any request that is not addressed in an established time frame is automatically escalated to our office. I'm proud to report that I've only had 2 items be escalated to my office in the last 3 months. That commitment was fully on display just yesterday. Despite a garbage truck that malfunctioned, our sanitation team found a way to work until past 11 o'clock to ensure that every resident's trash was collected that same day. This level of dedication speaks volumes about our professionalism of our workforce and their pride in serving this community. I also want to commend Major Pedro
Arcia.
Arcia which unbeknownst to us, worked on Christmas Day so he could give some of the staff members the day off to be with their family, which is something that's very admirable and speaks volumes of our police force. With that, I also want to state that tomorrow for a couple of hours, Southwest 62nd will be closed down as we further enhance our medians by adding more green space down our median in 67 and trying to bring back the canopy that we've lost there in front of the rec center. And I think that concludes my brief comments for tonight.
Any questions for the manager on his report?
I don't have any.
Next item, please.
Item 7, report of the city attorney.
Nothing unique, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Nothing unique. Thank you. Next item, please.
Item 8, report of the city engineer.
All right.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, Commissioners. Just a brief report on ongoing projects and upcoming projects. Water projects, Phase 2, we should be complete within the next couple weeks. We've been kind of battling back there with the services for the last couple months, but I think we have about 4 or 5 left this week. Then we'll start wrapping up the project, doing final punch list. I know I've received quite a few, I don't want to say complaints, but just, messages from the residents of things that need to be addressed, and we'll do that during the punch list and final closeout of the project. So those things will be addressed over the coming weeks, and hope to have the project complete by next month. Phase 3 went out to bid last month. Happy to say that we received 9 bids, so there was quite a bit of interest on the project, which was good. I think we got some good numbers, and we'll be bringing that before you guys in the coming meetings. In terms of any questions on water,
On the water, no.
ongoing projects?
No, we'll have I know we had a meeting yesterday, so we'll discuss some drainage now, but on the water, is everyone good on water? To get this, water projects, not drainage, water projects? Okay, go ahead, keep going.
So the drainage projects, we had those ready to go before the holidays and decided to kind of not disrupt the residents during the holidays. So contractor started cranking on that last week, pretty much wrapped up the major drainage infrastructure on 10th Street and 11th Street. We'll be commencing restoration of the road on 10th and 11th on Friday, going through next week. So we kind of knocked that out pretty quickly. And then we'll be meeting with the contractor and look at 12th Street and some of the issues that we're going to handle there in terms of the swales and
And the channel
forth.
drains. And,
Yeah.
And then what do you think the timeline is on the 12th Street, on the channel drains and, I mean, so it's
yeah.
so very few properties, like 2
Yeah,
properties.
my plan is to meet with the contractor next week, and really look in detail as to what we're gonna do. And that's probably, 2 or 3 weeks worth of work. It's not a whole lot of work.
Yeah,
so,
let's make sure
yeah.
to give an update to, we're talking about 2 properties here. Let's make sure to give an update. Just, I want to make sure that they're aware that just because we completed the work.
Yeah,
on-
it doesn't
on-
mean we're not done. Yeah.
Correct, yeah, because you know how, I would, that's what I would imagine if these trucks go and then my project is still here. So let's make sure to give an update to those, two households. Anything else on drainage? Do you have anything else on drainage?
No, I mean, we were able to kind of knock those things out pretty quickly, so I'm happy with how that turned out. They're not, again, just to go back to that, they're not complete fixes, but it's a step to really build out that system. So it's going to help in the coming rains. I don't know if you want to talk a little bit about traffic.
Yes.
We have a couple of traffic calming projects that we're currently planning, mostly around the apartment area of 20th to 22nd Street. So at 62nd Avenue, we have a couple, a chicane planned at 20th Street and a traffic circle planned at 22nd Street that we're currently planning and moving forward with design, as well as a chicane on the intersection of 21st and 65th, which we're taking some elements from some projects in Coral Gables to try to, kind of make them a little more appealing to the neighborhood. So we're, again, planning, moving forward to design. And then speed tables, we have 3 additional tables, I think, planned right now that will be rolling out here soon. So that's where we stand there.
Any questions for the engineer on calming, drainage, water, or anything else the engineer would be relevant to?
All right, thank you guys.
All right, thank you. Next item, please.
Item 9, committee reports.
Anyone for committee reports? Seeing none, next item.
Item 10, unfinished business, none this evening. Item 11, under new business agenda items, Mr. Mayor, I hereby request postponing item 11A until the next meeting.
Okay. And let's take item, that's a presentation, we don't need to change it. Let's take item
Item F.
F and then E following F, take item E. So let's take item F.
Item 11F, a resolution of the mayor and city commission of the city of West Miami, Florida relating to grants, specifically the 2024 Bicycle and Pedestrian Safety Plan Study to improve connectivity, safety, and accessibility to city roadways by developing a complete streets bicycle and pedestrian safety plan, accepting the final report with presentation, further authorizing the city manager to proceed with implementation of the report findings following identification and availability of appropriate funding sources, and providing for an effective date, sponsored by administration.
Good evening and Happy New Year to everyone, Honorable Mayor and City Commission members. As you know, the City of West Miami's Bicycle and Pedestrian Safety Plan is an important project which was funded through the Miami-Dade Transportation Planning Organization, TPO, Municipal Grants Program. Over the past months, our team, in partnership with Caltrans Engineering, conducted thorough research, including 2 walking audits. We also shared progress through 2 presentations to the BPAC in November and December. So this plan aims to enhance connectivity, safety, and accessibility on our roadways by developing complete streets for bicyclists and pedestrians. Caltrans will now walk you through the key findings and recommendations from the final report, which we hope you will adopt to pursue funding and implementation opportunities. Thank you.
Good evening, consulmans. Okay. My name is Juan Calderon from Caltrans Engineering Group, principal in charge. I want to introduce my team here. We're going to walk you through this master plan. I want to start quoting a master plan and a vision from one of the persons that I think knows very much about what are we talking here, and is that sidewalks and public space are the most important part of the city because they belong to everyone. Okay, so let me start with this, a little agenda for this presentation, why we're here, why this plan matters, existing conditions, snapshot, the work completed and approved, proposed improvements, the benefits to the residents, and the next steps. So why this plan matters? Because walking and biking improves life and safety of a city. It's going to address speeding on neighbors' streets, create a more comfortable crossings and sidewalks, maintain tree canopy. Your city has an important character to preserve, address high crash corridors, improve neighborhood connectivity, and to deliver fundable projects. So I'm going to summarize here some of the concerns and under the existing conditions, and obviously there are significant crash concentrations on the periphery of the city, on the main arterials of the city, high speed on some of the corridors, and in some of the residential areas. There is long and uncomfortable pedestrian crossings, and we want to address that. And a critical component is that we have a significant cut-through traffic, and this is where we are, where the city is located, is in the middle of a very urbanized context. So definitely this is not a gated community, so we are going to have cut-through traffic, but we have to aim to minimize it. So with that, I'm going to let Daniel to speak about the existing conditions.
Good evening, everyone. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about what we found in the city. Okay, so this is a map where you can see the sidewalks, crosswalks, bicycle corridors. So this is a little bit to illustrate how West Miami looks. Okay. So the crashes. So we found from 2020 to 2024, 2,500 crashes. So although pedestrian and bicycle crashes are fewer, so they have high injury. We can find that they have a high injury rate. So many occur, of course, in the high crash, like Southwest 8th Street, Southwest 67, and Southwest 24th Street. So these are of course, the biggest corridors of the city. So that's where we found the majority of the crashes. So there is also a heat map where you can see these corridors and the total crashes by year. So we can see that 2019, then came COVID, and of course it declined, but then it started ramping up again. So the traffic volumes. So we can see that the average daily traffic on some arterials exceeds 20,000 vehicles per day. So as Juan was saying, so it could be because of the cut-through traffic. So also many trips are under 2 miles, which creates potential for cycling and walking. So we can see that there is room for improvement. So the West Miami demographics. The West Miami has a population of 7,200 residents, where there is one of the highest concentrations of Hispanic Latino residents, that is 88.5% in the US. So this is per the 2020 census. Okay, so we can see that the majority is 25 to 44 years, and then 65 to and older, and 45 and 64 years. So it's like the same percentage. So we can see also the means of transportation to work. So there is 63% people that goes to work alone. Only 9% carpool. So we can see also that there is 21% people that work from home. So as part of this project, we did an online survey, and I hope that everybody did it. So we found in October that we received 200 surveys, okay? So one of the first questions were, what is your age group? That was 25 to 44. That is something that we saw before on the demographic slide. Okay, and the second question was, how satisfied are you with the current bike and pedestrian infrastructure in West Miami? So 49%, almost half, was neutral. So we can see that there is still room for improvement. Okay. So another question, one of the following questions was, how often do you walk in West Miami? And almost 50% walks daily. Okay. So when it comes to how often do you bike in West Miami, so we received 36% that never bike in West Miami. Okay. Only 5% daily. So the idea is, to engage also people to start using bikes as transportation. Okay, so one of the next questions was, what should the city of West Miami focus on to improve bicycle and pedestrian infrastructure? So the main one was improve sidewalks. Okay, second one, enhance intersections and crossing safety, better lining, reduce conflicts with driveways, improve bicycle roads facilities, additional benches, and more bicycle parking. Okay, so we also asked people what was like the main problem in West Miami. So, and we received a lot of people saying that unsafe driving and traffic behavior. So the same as speeding, running stop signs, and distracted driving as major concerns. Also, poor sidewalk conditions and lack of bike lanes and crossing infrastructure. So as Jenny was saying before, we did 2 walking audits. One was in July and the other one on August. And it was with city committees, students, teachers, police officers, and also residents. Okay, in these walking audits, we saw what people was saying on the online survey. So we observed sidewalk gaps, visibility issues, and driveway hazards.
So, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Steven Gonzalez. I'll be presenting the conceptuals and alternatives that were fundamental as part of everything that has just been discussed in the development of this effort, of this master plan. So, we'll start with the first and already approved roundabout. This roundabout is going to be located at Southwest 16th Street and 67th Avenue. As you can see there are bike lanes. They will be provided in all directions, approaches. They will run along the sidewalks, existing sidewalks. In some cases, that conceptual where you see the part there where it starts weaving the bike lane, is to show the avoiding of having to cut down existing trees. One of the main things we try to do with the conceptuals is if we don't need to cut down a tree, we don't want to cut down the tree. We understand there's a lot of Category 1 trees in West Miami, and they're important to keep, right? So that's the first approved improvement. Oh, other way. All right. So now the most important corridor at this point is Southwest 16th Street. This corridor is probably the most important because it's the one that has the most amount of right-of-way for us to be able to work with in order to be able to provide such improvements, as the bike lanes. As you see at the bottom, we have the proposed conceptuals. Again, the bike lane, when you see it turning and weaving like that, is to avoid the existing trees. We don't want to cut down trees if we don't have to, right? Effectively, this is going to go from Southwest 16th Street. It's going to take the entire corridor within the area of West Miami. This will also create a connection to the Ludlam Trail. And so another improvement that we're proposing is going to be mid-block crossings, as well as a couple bike lanes that will be on the shoulder of the roadways. In this conceptual, and you'll see it before and after, as you see, this is providing a mid-block crossing at Southwest 12th Street and 62nd Avenue. At this location, the main improvement is that mid-block crossing at that location. It will be, however, providing those shoulder bike lanes on Southwest 12th Street. It will then cut down to Southwest 14th Street and then again cut down to Southwest 15th Street. Okay, the next improvements are going to be on Sylvania Boulevard and Southwest 57th Avenue. Again, what you're seeing here is the existing condition, and this is what we're proposing. As you see, we've added that traffic calming feature. The other thing, if you notice, is we've eliminated the northbound lane. The elimination of that northbound lane is a feature in order to help reduce the amount of cut-through traffic going into West Miami. By the way, regarding cut-through traffic, we noted in our traffic study that a significant portion of the traffic entering the city of West Miami is cut-through traffic, right? Vehicles basically trying to avoid the major roadways in order to be able to use the neighborhoods to get to where they're going. And a lot of that same cut-through traffic creates the same traffic scenarios, unsafe scenarios that we're aiming to reduce. So going further upstream of Sylvania Boulevard at Southwest 11th Street, again, we're going to be proposing another traffic circle. The same thing with the traffic circle. It's going to reduce speeds. It's going to ideally reduce cut-through traffic. It's going to ideally create safer crossings for the pedestrians in the area. We're going to provide an island in this location. That refuge is going to be able to, further keep safety for the pedestrians in the area. And again, moving further north on Sylvania Boulevard, at Southwest 9th Street, we're gonna do another lane elimination here. We're proposing to eliminate the southbound at this location.
At this moment, Mayor, I'd rather have this workshopped than here, so I'd rather stop it here for right now.
Okay.
Because this needs to be workshopped with our residents and before I bring it back to the commission.
Okay.
So I'd rather stop this now instead of just trying to get this through right now. So I will bring you back and we'll have a workshop. But this is not, I don't want to do this right now.
Conceptuals, yeah.
I understand, but I'd rather have this vetted in a different way. So if you don't mind, I appreciate it, but I'm going to stop the presentation right here and we'll defer this. If I request a deferral of this item, Mayor.
Yeah, let's do that. I'll you know, I also want to sit down with you know, prior to coming back to the commission, I want to sit down with someone from the design team or the engineer. Obviously, I'm the chair of the Miami-Dade County's TPO Bicycle Fatalities and Injuries Reduction Task Force. So we're implementing a lot of new and now approvable designs that I want to be able to show as well to the team and see where it fits in. We're having our first meeting now in January. So definitely want to do that. Yeah, definitely want to workshop this in a greater form, even the conceptuals. I think even at the baseline point, you know, we need residents involved on what could potentially happen on their streets. So, yeah, I appreciate it, but I think you know, there's definitely a lot to talk about on these things, which is great. But I do want to have that more robust workshop going forward. Mr. Manager.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, I would rather defer it and have this conversation and have this workshop. So I appreciate your time. I'm sorry, but this is not where I want to bring this forward right now. So I will reschedule with you guys, okay?
No problem. Definitely what I want to share with you guys is that this is concepts at this time. This is just generic concepts. The intent is to explore ideas that need to combine, because it is important when you have a master plan to make sure that when pedestrians are associated, we need to combine it with traffic calm. It is expected.
I understand, we totally understand that. But the first place is not the commission where we should have this conversation. It should be a workshop with the residents, so that's why I
agree
want to stop it
100%.
right here. And I'm asking the commission to move this defer.
No problem.
And I will say just on this slide, so when we come back, I see in the bottom left, that's a Swift Mile, I believe, a Swift Mile docking station.
Yeah.
We have vetted about scooters in the past year. We at least, I mean, we can talk about it at a real scale, but I don't think we're gonna be a scooter community in terms of last mile. So just if there's a lot more scooter infrastructure or scooter, you know, I would look at alternatives there in terms of
Okay.
last mile, but. Again, I don't mind having robust, you know, conversations on that. Just like you said, forum.
Look forward.
So,
Look
yeah,
forward
absolutely.
for a wider
Absolutely.
forum.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Item F, would you like to accept the report and not move forward with authorization? Is that what you'd like to do, Mr. Manager?
I'd rather just defer it until we have a
Okay.
chance to vet this with the residents and bring it back to the
Sure.
commission, Mayor.
All right, can I get a motion on deferral for item F? Indefinite?
Do you need to make a motion?
Yeah, we need a motion.
Motion.
Motion? We have a second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any against? Hearing none. Next item, please. Item
Item
B.
E, right?
Item E, correct, yes, item E.
Yes, item E, a resolution of the mayor and city commission of the city of West Miami accepting the memorandum of understanding between the South Florida Water Management District and the city of West Miami and providing for an effective date, sponsored by administration.
Mr. Manager?
Yes, and I think we have somebody here from the South Florida Water Management District that wants to speak on this behalf, but this is a memorandum of understanding between us and the district that we've done in the past. It's just a renewal of the same basic form that we've had.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Manager. Thank you, Commissioners, Mayor, for your time tonight. This is basically recodifying the operating criteria for the C4 Canal, which is the canal that runs west to east along Southwest 8th Street, which provides flood control and capacity for stormwater to the residents of West Miami, City of Miami, Miami-Dade County, and the City of Sweetwater. The idea behind this MOU is to make sure that there's capacity in that canal system for the city's stormwater pumps to move water into that canal system and make sure that if there are any augmentations, there is a mechanism set forth to make sure that everyone's informed, and also operations contacts to make sure that if for any reason those storm pumps have to be either stopped or operated at a half capacity, or whatever the case may be, that there's a mechanism in place to make sure that that is operated correctly. That system it relieves this area, so the aforementioned municipalities at the same time, we need to make sure that it's operated correctly. Any operations too far outside that criteria can actually cause flooding on the back end. It also sets forth operating criteria for the C4, C4 EDB, the Emergency Detention Basin out west. I don't know if any of you have ever seen that, but it is an 800-acre retention area that holds 1 billion gallons of water. More than we move stormwater into. The idea behind that being that we move water into that retention area, hold water there during high tide to make sure that we can relieve the adjacent areas, and then when it is low tide, we move that water back out into the canal system during low times on the coast to make sure that the capacity remains for the adjacent pump stations. Also want to answer any questions you may have on the item. If you would like to see the actual EDB, the Emergency Detention Basin in the future, we'll make that happen for you, go.
Thank you. You have a great team. I know they were on top of us on getting this MOU done. It's been a little while because we had some holiday cancellations for the commission meetings. I believe we're the last city to sign this, so your job on this part will be done tonight. Any questions for the manager or for? Go ahead.
I have a question. Mr. Manager, this memorandum is very similar to what we already have in the last years. It's very customary.
It's extremely similar. It's just that they have to be renewed periodically, and we are the last municipality to sign this.
Oh, yeah?
We will be the last municipality to sign
But
this.
normally we do have, always do.
Yes, sir, we have.
Well, I make a motion.
We have a motion.
Second.
We have a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any against? Hearing none, item passes. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Good night.
Let's go back to
Happy
the
New Year,
order
my
of the
friend.
agenda. Item B, please.
Yes, item 11B, a resolution of the mayor and city commission of the city of West Miami, Florida, calling for the election of the mayor and 2 commission members, seats 1 and 2, elected at large, with the election to be held on Tuesday, April 14, 2026, as provided by the charter of the city of West Miami, providing for designation of the canvassing board, providing for the closing of registration books, designating hours and places for voting, and establishing the qualifying fee for mayor and commission members, providing for an effective date.
Read item C as well. Take them together.
Yes, item C is a resolution of the mayor and city commission of the city of West Miami, Florida, calling a special election to fill a vacancy for the office of city commissioner, seat 4, for a 2-year unexpired term, setting the date of the special election as Tuesday, April 14, 2026, to be held concurrently with the city's regular municipal election, providing for the appointment of duties of the canvassing board, providing for the closing of voter registration books, designating hours and place for voting, establishing the qualifying period and qualifying fee, and providing for an effective date.
Mr. Manager, I know we had potentially an amendment on the item, or?
Well, yes, and then I will let legal do it, but there is an amendment to have the canvassing board be a three-member body, with one being the chairman of the Planning and Zoning Committee, and the other one being an elected judge that resides in West Miami.
With an alternate also being?
With an
a
alternate being
judge?
another judge, yes, sir.
Is that become the resolution, or is that done post?
That can be done by resolution, since you're referring to it here.
And can we do it in this resolution?
Yes, this resolution can be amended by adding what the manager said, or I can repeat what the manager said for the purposes of the record. That is that the canvassing board shall consist of the city clerk, a judge residing, an elected judge residing in the city, state judge residing in the city, and the chairman of the planning and zoning board. We would,
Residing in the county.
I'm sorry?
An elected judge residing in the county.
In the county.
In the county, okay, residing in the county, and the chairman of the planning and zoning board should, I'd like to specify this, should any of those positions not be vacant, then they shall be filled by, in the case of the clerk, the chairman of the code enforcement board, and in the case of the judge, that's unnecessary since we'll find a judge. And who was the other one that we said? And in the event that the planning and zoning chairman is not available or is unable to serve, or if the position's not filled, we will use the most senior member of the planning and zoning board down the list of seniority until a person is found.
All right, I motion as amended.
Motion.
We have a motion and a second.
Second.
Call the roll, please. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any against? Hearing none, item passes. Item D, please.
Okay, that'll be for item B, and is that the same vote for item C? We need,
We took item B and C together. You read them both.
so the same motion goes for both items?
Yeah.
Okay. Item D, a resolution of the mayor and the city commission of the city of West Miami, Florida, adopting rules and regulations for the city's new dog park, Central Park, providing for enforcement and providing for an effective date, sponsored by administration.
Does anybody have any questions on this item? Any questions on this item? Any concerns, motions, maybe?
This is item C?
Item D. Item D, D as in dog,
Oh, one moment, please. D, that's the name of the park?
no, it's just the rules and regulations. The rules
I'm
and
sorry,
regulations,
Item D,
the rules and regulations of the park.
well, item D, I have the resolution for the adopting for the new dog park.
No, it's adopting the rules and regulations for the new dog park.
That's what I have in the agenda. In item D.
Read the item,
D as in
Can I
David?
make a motion?
D as in David?
hold on. D as in David.
D as in David is talking about the name of the park.
I'll read the resolution. The resolution of the mayor and city commission of the city of West Miami, Florida, adopting rules and regulations for the city's new dog park, Central Park, providing for enforcement, providing for an effective date.
Okay, it's the same thing, okay.
Yep.
Motion?
We have a motion, we have a second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any against? Hearing none, item passes. Nothing for consent. Anything go to the order? Go to the order, anyone? Mr. Manager, go to the order.
Just reminding everybody for January 24th, Mayor.
January 24th, I will be there. All right, with that, get a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Meeting adjourned.